We've been getting this question a lot, so let's address it first. Yes, you can record an incoming or outgoing phone call on the Oneplus Nord. Now you'll have to swipe to the second panel to access it once the call has started.
This call is now being recorded.
There's also an audible voice prompt which tells you and the person you're talking to that call recording has started or ended.
Call recording has now ended.
Now you can play back the recording by tapping on the name of your contact to view the last recorded call, or tap history to listen to the past recordings. Oxygen OS has a neat little feature which lets you hide apps and files that you wish to keep private. Now to hide an app, open the app drawer and swipe right, which should take you to a hidden space. Once it's set up, simply tap the plus symbol to add the apps you wish to hide. Hidden space can only be accessed via your PIN or fingerprint if you choose to enable it, which I think you definitely should, else why bother, right? You can also hide files such as photos, videos, PDFs or even Word docs through the lockbox feature in the File Manager app. When you need to access these hidden files, simply open the File Manager app and scroll down to the lockbox option where your hidden files should be waiting for you. One of the big advantages of an AMOLED display is the ability to light up only the pixels that are needed, and OnePlus makes good use of it with its ambient display feature. It lets you quickly glance at the time, battery level, notifications, etc. by simply picking up the phone. In the Settings app, head to the Display submenu and Ambient Display. Here you can customize when it gets activated, what sort of contextual information you wish to see, etc. The clock widget can also be customized through the Customization submenu in the Settings app. Oxygen OS still doesn't use Android 10's native dark mode option, which allows you to activate it based on the time of day. However, dark mode is still present, but as a permanent theme. In the Customization submenu of the Settings app, you can switch the theme from the default one to Nuance Dark. This also automatically enables dark mode in many apps like WhatsApp, Slack, Gmail, etc., which is a little annoying, especially if you don't want a dark theme in those apps. Now keep in mind that when you change the theme, it'll also override all the other customizations you might have done for the system icons, fonts, etc., which means you need to go back and redo these all over again. OnePlus, if you're listening, can we please stop the madness? By default, the power button is set to trigger an SOS action if you press it 3 consecutive times. While it is useful, you can modify this action to say quickly open the camera app. You'll first need to disable the SOS function by going into Security and then Emergency Rescue. Once that's done, head back to the Buttons and Gestures menu in the Settings app, and now you should be able to turn this feature on. The OnePlus Nord takes decent low-light photos, but they're not great. However, if you have a steady surface to lean the phone against, or better still, a tripod, you can get insanely good nighttime shots with tripod mode. In the settings of the camera app, you simply need to enable tripod long exposure. Now, in order for this to work, you need to switch to nightscape shooting mode and set the timer for at least 3 seconds before shooting. Now, the reason for using the timer is that even if the phone is on a tripod and you press the shutter button, a minor shake is enough for the phone to still assume you're using it handheld, and it will simply take a normal nightscape shot. But with the timer, it gives the phone some buffer to stay absolutely still, which is when the long exposure kicks in. Just take a look at the difference using regular nightscape and with tripod mode. There's an easy way to share your last click photo from the camera app itself. If you long press a little circular preview of the last photo you took, you get a little pop-up carousel of the most recently used apps, so you can directly share the photo with the app of your choosing. Now, it's smart enough to not present a game as an option, but I wish I had more control over what apps show up here. GameSpace is a little utility that helps organize all your games in one place, but it also takes care of any distractions when you're gaming, such as silencing notifications or even temporarily disabling automatic brightness. You can optionally enable Fanatic mode, which takes this a step further by restricting background app activity, blocking all notifications and calls, and it even disables a second SIM if you have one to improve the internet connection of your data SIM. If you sign up for a OnePlus account, you'll be able to use the free 5 GB of cloud storage for backing up photos, videos, and notes from your OnePlus Nord. You can view your files on any OnePlus device with the same account or view it on any computer through a browser. OnePlus also offers free 50 GB of cloud storage for a year along with other benefits if you sign up for its Red cable.